to our Living Standard series. Drinking spots are not just for alcohol, but the bars and light moments as well. Now, the economic hardship has actually taken the jokes out of the drinking bars. Patrons rather share stories of hardship and survival. Some have made a switch to cheap local liquor in order to satisfy their drinking habits and balance their finances. Mami A.C. Thompson has more in this edition of the Joy Living Standard series.
Alote owns Fastway, a drinking spot in the heart of Adabraka. His business has been running smooth for the past 30 years, but lately his customers are sinking his business because they owe him and are not paying.
These are some of people who owe me. When you pay there, I can say your names. Say people who me. See, when they pay and then I can say it. It's a business.
To supplement his income, he has also become a lotto vendor. But even that, he says business is still hard.
I have a lot of friends who normally they come here to buy painting, but this time when they come 2 bottles and they go away. Sometimes someone will come here, he can offer a drink for anybody who sees here. Like, oh, my friend, what do you want to take? But this time you can't find that one.
The situation is true for many people who enjoy themselves or have some form of recreational activity at the various drinking spots and bars. Anan Sowa does not drink, but he spends his time at Fastway for fun.
When people are drinking, when people are laughing, sharing jokes and all these things, I feel funny about that. The story has changed because we started in a very good boom.
And interestingly, there are some reactions that are greeting the story. Well, joining us to discuss this development is the president of the Ghana Drunkards Association, Moses Onya. Clearly, your members are feeling the pinch of the increase in cost of goods and services. What solution do you propose to this?
Hello.
Yes, I'm asking what solutions you're proposing to this. The fact that some of your members are complaining about the increases in the prices of your products, the products you normally patronize.
We cannot entirely put the blame on government alone because basically there are increments in world food prices, and aside that, there are increments in fuel prices, and as a result of that, it has brought about the increment in beverages, the prices of beverages in the market. As I'm talking to you now, a lot of drinking spots have been shut down, and it's increasing the unemployment rate in the country. I don't get what I'm saying, because if a drinking spot should employ over 5 workers and over 100,000 drinking spots should close down at a particular point, it's going to create a lot of unemployment, increased unemployment situations in the country. And you can bear with me that it is this beverage industry that has created over 2 million jobs in the country. So all we can do is to beg the government, at least plead with the government to do something about the fuel prices. At least if the fuel prices should come down, I think there will be the alcoholic or beverages prices will come down.
Do you feel this is only got to do with government? Is that the only factor affecting and influencing all that's happening now? How about the market itself?
The market itself, if we ask the wholesalers, they are also complaining that even the manufacturers are complaining of the raw materials. The importation of the raw materials from abroad, you know, the ethanol is imported. If the ethanol was being produced in our country here, are you getting what I'm saying? Yeah. If the ethanol is produced from Ghana here, we wouldn't have that much increase than how the ethanol is imported. So as I'm talking to you now, beer, a bottle of beer first cost 7 cedis at first. Now it's now almost 9 cedis to 10 cedis. Appetition 1 thought is now 2 cedis. sometimes you hold 5 cedis to the drinking spot, and you'll be able to drink as many as even 10 tots. Now you take 5 cedis, 2 tots, it will not reach.
The claim is that your products are actually luxury in nature, and that
and aside that too, if we are not careful, and if Food and Drugs Authority and Ghana Standard Authority are not careful, a lot of unqualified products will be in the market. Products that will make people's lips go pale. Products that will make people grow lean.
I get that argument of yours, but I'm also bringing to the fore the concerns that, after all, what you're going in for is luxury, and so once the prices increase, you should be able to adjust your personal budget to meet the market.
No. It's not luxury per se. We are drinking responsibly to create employment. If we stop drinking, a lot of unemployment rate will increase in the country. If we imagine if we should close down all drinking bars for a week, Accra Brewery will close down. About 400,000 workers will be laid off. Guinness Ghana will lay over 500 workers. Adonko Bitters, Akata Preku, and other beverages will lay off workers. Imagine the beer driver or the driver of the truck who convey the beer to the various places in the country. How he fends for his family, how he's going to pay school fees. So we are drinking responsibly to create employment. And once you kiss a glass by default, you are a member of the association. And that is why we are pleading with the government that we are doing our best to ensure that everyone is okay in the country. We are drinking responsibly to make sure that people survive.
And it's not as though all the demands you're making will be addressed.
Not that Lazarus.
I get you.
The beverage industry is
I get the argument you're making, but then the demands you're all equally making, it's not as though these demands will be met in a space of days. That situation we are looking at now may continue for some months at least, looking at the projections in the fuel prices and all of that. So how are you going to adjust to that as members of the Drunkards Association?
That is why we can only plead with the government, because if we want to stage a nationwide demonstration, there will be chaos in this country, because we have over 7.6 million people and we are still growing, and as an association, as consumers. Are you getting what I'm saying?
So you're considering a demonstration on this?
That is if we have no option. That is if the government is not ready to have a dialogue with us. And that is if the tourism ministry did not recognize that we as consumers are more important to the government.
But why would you go on demonstration for something that is your personal preference? I mean,
it's not a personal preference. Like I'm talking to you now, without beverages in this country, the country will go bankrupt. The various tourism sites are being operated by sport. Tourism itself does not make money from it. How many tourist sites do we have in this country? And how much do they contribute to the tourism ministry? We as a beverage industry contribute a lot towards the economy of the country. Imagine if a beer is being taxed as 10 pesos for 10 pesos per day, and over 5 million bottles are circulating in a month. How much are we raising for the government? How much are we raising for the government?
Well, Moses, we need to go. You are the leader of a group. Are you personally feeling that pinch as well? Is it the same for all of your members? I mean, some argue that the situation may not be the same for the members.
All the raw materials that we can be able to produce ethanol on our own. Even during the government inauguration ceremony, the president said he has realized that establishing of alcoholic Akbeteshi factory will increase jobs in the country and will be able to export some. When Corona came, it was this same ethanol we're using for hand sanitizer. They never asked us to use Coca-Cola for sanitizer. They never asked us to use Sobolo for sanitizer. It was alcohol.
All right,
so that means alcohol is very important to the society.
Right.
So therefore, the government must realize that the beverage industry plays a very important and major role in the country's economy. That is why we can only plead with them that
Moses, I'm grateful. Ethanol, I guess you're saying, is very much necessary to society. If you're drinking, drink responsibly as well. But this is The Pulse. We'll return after the short break.